All right, welcome back. This is MDawg, and we are starting another Cozy Dog leveling experience episode. But first, let me just start off by saying Happy Father's Day. As a father myself, it means a lot to be able to say to all of you Happy Father's Day. Whether you are a father, we all have a father, and I certainly wish you the best this weekend and hope that you get some special time with your family. So, we have started off at Cory here, not because we're going to do any fishing here, but I actually wanted to be able to craft some cottage cheese. And to do that, while we do need all of these things, we also need cottage cheese, which the only place we can get that is here. I think this is, of the two baits we can craft, I think pea porridge is probably slightly cheaper. So we probably want to make more of that overall, but we do want to make some cottage cheese. So we go to the dairy store here and we get some cottage cheese. Let's just go ahead and get 20 of them. We'll make 20 cottage cheese. I don't think we actually need this fresh milk, but let's make sure by getting one from the grocery store and confirm that the cheap milk will work in this recipe. So cottage cheese dough. Yes, this milk will work. And so if we get a sugar, which is going to be expensive here, this is not where we actually want to purchase groceries from. We can just confirm that all of this is going to work. It does, and we're golden. So we can now make some cottage cheese dough. And then to get to the rest of the points, we'll buy peas and semolina and make some pea porridge as well. Now, we have lots of options where we want to fish right now. I think we're probably going to end up bottom fishing at Oldberg because that gives us the excuse to go get the groceries. But I do need to check and see how much ground bait we think we'll need of the feed. So we've got 14 and 2 anise oil. And currently, we are at 38.2. So we obviously still need to make quite a bit with the anise oil, and then we'll need to make quite a bit with the, just get 50 of them for now. We can swing back by next time we need more. And what did we say we're at? 38.2, but we're not getting points very often, so I think we should at least get 25 anise oil. That's gonna be, let's just see where we are after 25. And then we're going to get the other stuff at the grocery store. Since we're here, before we go to Oldberg, let's just check the cafe to see what it looks like. So no regular bream order. Oh, wait. Okay. They've been here too long. What time is it in the day? And it's too late. Remember how we were going to log in and get the Bleak order? Ugh. But it took longer for us to log in than I expected. That's so funny. Okay, since that is the case, let's go to Oldberg. I wanted to try this. At least we'll get a few fish in during the night. This 67.59 spot. Just see how good it is. All right, so we need to go grocery store. How much cottage cheese did we say we're gonna make? 19 of them? 19 more. Wow, that's actually a lot. So we need 10 wheat flour. For this, and 100 sugar. And 10 milk. All right. Where did we say we're going? It's that like spot up and around the corner. It's not too far. 67.59, clip 15. 67.59. Clip 15. Some decent bream and roach have been caught here, so it might be a spot where you kind of hang out daytime and nighttime. It's right here, right? Yeah, and you just kind of want to go straight out. If I remember this spot correctly. Oh, you know what? We had changed up the size on the hooks on some of these. I think I want to go back to large ones here. See how it does focusing on pretty big ones. Like we were already at 15 clip. Okay. And then the other thing we're doing is aggressively leveling ground bait and bait harvesting as we can. This may be painful. I guess it was painful last time. It might be painful again this time. There's 38.3. And then, like I said, the other thing is we've got cottage cheese dough to make, and then we'll switch to pea porridge once we run our course with 18 more cottage cheese. Hopefully we'll get points in this occasionally as well. We've just been on an unlucky streak, I feel. Alright, there's 40.4. This means we're going to be making a lot of pea porridge. 40.6. 40.8. Okay. Our bream are off to a little bit of a slow start. Alright, I will try to remember to unpause when I'm about to catch a fish. I'm going to keep working on like making ground bait and regular baits, see if we can level them up. Yeah, I don't know what changed. It necessarily anything did, but all of a sudden, like all three, maybe the ground bait were in the water long enough to kind of activate the bream, but we'll see if it keeps it up. But so far, like good sized bream, we're 2 for 2, which I kind of like. Wow. 3 for 3. The nice thing would be if we don't see any common carp here. It just ends up being bream and then roach during the day. That would make us feel a little better. There's another nice bream. Very cool. That's not a big bream. Yeah, I don't know if it means anything, but just as a reminder, paternoster, basic bottom. Basic bottom is the third one. too small a sample size to say, oh, basic bottom's doing better than Paternoster. But I think we noticed this last time that there is something going on, that sometimes basic bottom does seem to work even when Paternoster's kind of a little slower. I don't know. Again, not a lot of data, so it's hard to say for sure, but we have to pop it over that log? Either way, we're, you know, catching a few fish. I like it. Somehow I did not get enough sugar or milk. I guess I only got 10 of those, even though we had 20 left to make. So, I don't know, we'll see, but I may need to... since we're not that far from base, run and get the rest. Nice bream. All right, let's go get it. Now, the other thing we want to be able to do is go ahead and make some pea porridge. So peas and semolina. I'm sure this won't be enough, but let's just see where that gets us. One thing we didn't look at is the cafe, which is important just in terms of like how long we might wait here trying to catch roach afterwards. Okay, could be worth doing that since we don't have a bream order. If we just want to sit there bottom fishing, I don't know how good a bite rate the roach will be, but we'll play around with it a little bit. Throw some pearl barley on there maybe. Okay, getting back out here, we see that we at least have one fish on. It's 4:39 in the morning, still plenty of time to catch a few more bream. The small fish swam right towards the shore. Another nice bream. So using all that anise oil up did get us to 39.3. That's not that far away. We might need another stack of 10 to 20 anise oil. We still have plenty of feed left, hopefully, to get us there, but we got closer than I thought we would. I think this could be a roach. The way it's just sitting there, I could be wrong, but like a really big roach if it's a roach. No, it's a bream. It just hadn't taken off yet. That was weird. Gave us a point in bottom fishing, which honestly has not happened that much. We're at 33.2 now. Let's see. Need to finish making our cottage cheese dough. And then switch to a little bit of semolina and just kind of see where we land on that. $41.5. It'd be amazing. I don't know that it's going to happen now, but to somehow get to 42 before switching to semolina would be more encouraging from where we are now to the rest of the way. Okay, we did it. And we might have one or two more. Alright, there it is. Got 1 extra milk and 10 extra sugar. Okay. But we are at 42.1. Now we switch to pea porridge. $7.18. I'm still going to hope for bream a little longer. We will probably at some point slowly start transitioning over to leaving ourselves a little more open to roach. Alright. So, how much pea porridge can we make? Ooh, we make a third one without points, by the way. Whew, I was going to say, we gotta take a break. I don't know, overall I feel like the other bream spot here at Oldberg might have been slightly better. I don't know if it still is because things have changed. It's been a few days since I've fished there. But the other one, just looking at the time, I'm going to throw this back in one more time. The other one had just so many common carp that was just really slowing us down. First miss, I'm exiting out. Because I just thought of something that we were close to digging again. Now, we're definitely at the point, by the way. It's very rare to get points off of digging. I still think it's worth digging because of the redworms, but we're rarely going to get points. Golly, man. It's brutal around here. Getting points is brutal on these free-to-plays. Alright, it's 8.11. So, oh, this already did have a 10 hook, by the way. I'm going to put pearl barley on this, and I'm going to start putting on some roach ground bait. I want to see how active the roach actually are here. Another nice bream, so let's don't change too much yet. That's just under through. Not by much, though. Okay, this is still garlic dough, so this is still bream, I think. Yes, it is, and it's a nice bream. Ooh, we got points, 33.4. Slowly but surely we're getting there. All right. This third rod just looks like it's pulling, doesn't it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it was just too tight, but... And that first rod now has a fish on it. So this is on pearl barley. We're kind of expecting to see some roach mixed in here. At least that's what I'm seeing other people report. So far, we're still just seeing bream, and it's 9 in the morning, so roach might be literally just a bycatch. I don't know. We'll just kind of hang out a little bit longer and see what it looks like. But P-porridge needs to start coming through for us. I don't want to have too many hundreds of P-porridge by the end of this. Okay, 43, I like it. We've been on a much better streak this time. Wow. It looks like a bream. Feels like a bream. It's a nice one if it is. Yeah. Oh, wait. Nope, it's not. It just was so small that we overpowered it, but that was definitely common carp. And that was on pearl barley. This is roach, right? I still say this is roach. I've been wrong a lot in this spot, but there you go. Small one though. Very small. Ah, that's our last one, huh? Okay, so all the stuff we've leveled here, we ended up at 39.3 on ground bait and 43.5 on marine harvesting baits. Remember, when we hit 50%, 45%, we can start egg dough. And then when we hit 50%, we can start cutting up 500 gram fish. And then when we hit 60%, next time we go to Norway, we can prepare prepare the bait out there on the sea map. Okay, let's go see if we made any silver at all here. And we'll get... How close are we? Yeah, we'll get, I don't know, make 20 more semolina. Is there even a chance that 20 will be enough? Not really sure. We're down to 1,680 silver. Just shows you how long it takes to level up bait harvesting and ground bait. Just a little bit of silver and some time. And obviously, I mean, the early levels too. Not like all the way to 100, but the early levels. All right, so we're gonna do, just for now, we're gonna do 20 more of each. See where that gets us. And we don't want to buy ground bait products here. Yeah, we just never got on the, at least the big common roach in that spot at least. We did make a quick 76 silver though, that's nice. That helps. I'm gonna try Mosquito. I kind of wanted to try this 71, 79 spot. Which will be really interesting. Let's see what the cafe is though. Oh, there is a reason to do it. Bleak, and oh, there's only 10 minutes left. You gotta be kidding me. I don't even remember what the cafe said. It doesn't matter. We'll just catch what we can and then, I don't know. We probably won't worry about it, trying to get back to it. Oh, that's a bummer. I was hoping there'd be a Bleak order. There was a Bleak order. It's an easy Bleak order, but then there's not much time on the cafe left. Alright, so we're going to be going 71, 79. Right here. And what we want to do is we want to get our float fishing out. And put it very much on the other side. We don't want to get snagged, so we're trying to, yeah, like that. Put it just on the other side of the green stuff. Cast a little farther, but not that much. All right, there we go. And we probably should just try, I don't know, let's try bloodworms. we had it. All right, see how this looks. These Mosquito Bleak are a little trickier. Okay, we are catching a couple of Bleak here. So far it is going okay. Tiny sleeper, let's just put on a worm here. I mean, here, so far, this does seem to be a fairly active Bleak spot. You see we've gotten a few Bleak. About 5 so far. There's another one. Perch is fine, we don't care. We just want to catch something on bottom so that we have that chance of getting bottom points. I don't necessarily want to fool with more than 2 floats right now anyway. Was it 5 that were like 29 and higher maybe? We've definitely gotten a couple under 29. If that's what it was. Wait, Bleak. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, we might have just the perfect amount. Let's catch a couple more and then we'll go check. Again, the cafe order might be over, but... Okay, so we are catching at a pretty decent bite rate. Just random fish here. See what size this one is. Pretty good. Alright, let's go check it. This spot is definitely working for Bleak. Which I love having in your back pocket when you are low to mid-level. Having a Bleak, a rough, and a Prussian gibble spot at Mosquito. And roach, but roach you can almost always get just like right off the dock in a pinch. But you can have rough and Bleak and Crucian gibble. Then you cover so many of the cafe orders at Mosquito. You multiply your income. And then if you can have that not only at Mosquito, but also something kind of similar with Bleak, maybe rough, maybe bream. Crucian gibble, roach are almost always active in that one spot on the pond. You can kind of do the same thing at Winding and just make some pretty decent silver without even worrying about Oldberg yet. All right, that's 17 silver right there. Perfect. That is perfect. And there's a rough order too. Like, if we were going to stay, we could totally do a rough order. All right, so we're back up to 1721. Before we go, let's make a few more peep boards. I'm trying to just get settled on... Man. Trying to just get settled on the bait harvesting. Like, if we could hit 50%, obviously we're going to have to get the cheap knife, which we'll go ahead and purchase that. We could just hit 50%, we could start turning some of the bream we catch to fish pieces. We could, if we can hit 40% on ground bait, then we can go ahead and start thinking about our next trip to copper as soon as we unlock classic hair rig on the bottom rig. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that's why I'm sort of pushing so hard on the bait harvesting and the ground bait, because then like all we have at that point is leveling up the type of fishing. So we can really kind of focus on the fishing and see if we can get those points. $44.7, we're getting awfully close. We didn't hit it. 0.1. 0.1, you say? Alright. We need to be able to, oops, not rice. We need to be able to find them pretty quick. What does semolina look like again? I've completely forgotten. Because we're going to make these one at a time. Think. Maybe we should make 5 no matter what, assuming that we get it in the next 5, because you never know, we could get that extra 0.1 or 2 as well. All right, that's it. Well, this means that next episode we get to open ourselves up to the wonderful world of egg dough. So, how do you make egg dough, you ask? You get wheat flour, you get chicken eggs, and you get salt. Which, by the way, I'm going to send myself some salt because I have like 5,000 pieces of salt on my main account. And it's pretty cheap anyway, so mine as well, right? Just get it off my main account a little bit. But this has been good. Again, we'll keep working on fishing, but harvesting baits, we've got to 45% now. And ground bait, we're getting there, 39.3. We do need to get some more anise oil. We have 37 feed currently. I don't think it's going to take 37 anise oil. I'm just going to go ahead and get... What are we at? 39.3. I'm going to go ahead and get 10. Ooh, it's going to be more like 20. But we can hope for the best and get 10. Alright, I went ahead and made almost 20 more. And we finally hit 40%. So, a couple things. Really quick, we can go ahead and delete all of this, 4488. And then now we should be able to make carp ground bait. So we want maggots, corn, vanilla with ground peas base. So if we go to ground bait, peas, let's make 10 of these. Maggot, corn, we want to end up with 10, although I don't mind having more maggots because of bream and other ground baits as well. And then vanilla attractants, we just need 2 of them. Well, that's fine. Okay, so now we're just going to make 1 right now, but we'll remember to make more next time. We need to make just a bunch of carp ground bait because we know we'll use some of this next time we're at copper. And this only got 6 out of 10. It'd be nice to have, you know, a few at least 9 out of 10s. But either way, I think that's going to wrap us up for now. Just to kind of put a bow on it, we were able to get to 45% harvesting baits, 40% ground bait. As far as I'm concerned, we're on schedule. Now we just got to keep fishing, bottom fishing, and eventually we got to figure out leveling up our spin fishing to jigging. So we've got some work left, but it's all fun. So as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Once again, happy Father's Day.